Hey guys, I'm gonna do a overview of my completed entry for ZakuAurelius' 100k Yakushiki contest. So obviously I chose the Delta Plus HG as my base kit, as that is a Yakushiki variant. And yeah, I think the base kit itself is a nice kit. I did quite like building it up, but however, I thought that the proportions on that were, let's see if I can find the picture of it. So, I thought the proportions for this were quite strange, with the tiny body and huge legs, and also quite long arms. I thought that just looked really weird, and also the color of the HG I just did not really like. So what I did on my build was basically correct all the stuff I did not like about it. So what I went for this kit was sort of what I thought what I liked about the Yakushiki Crash, the really tall black one. However, I thought that one, there are also parts I didn't really like about it, such as the strange waist section and all the really the weird parts at the back I just didn't really like. And so I went off of that, making the Delta Plus, my Delta Plus, have more of that kind of proportions, but I tried to make it as, I guess, universal century as possible. So, trying to make this look like something that would maybe be in a UC side story, I guess. So, what I'm calling this kit right here is the Delta Plus High Mobility type. There's a lot of high mobility types, and I thought this one kind of fits the bill of what makes it high mobility, with these giant thrusters at the back. Not thrusters, I guess fuel tanks, and thrusters right there. So yeah, Delta Plus high mobility type. So I guess I'll go through some of the modifications that I did on this kit. So, starting at the top, I didn't do much to the head besides adding this antenna, which is from the tail hook in 1/144 scale F14. So that was pretty interesting use for that. Also painted blue stripes on the side of it, reminiscent of maybe the Zeta C1. Added this part right here. That's from that's a sensor unit also from the F14. I thought that looked pretty cool, so I put it on. Right, so the central part of the Gundam has been changed significantly. I used the Jushin rebake for a lot of kit bashing on this, which so because of that, this kit actually has somewhat of an inner frame, like going through the arms into the central body part and down the legs, and the Yakushiki already had, or the Delta Plus already had, somewhat of an inner frame through the legs. I just connected it with parts from the Jushin rebake, which had a full inner frame. And yeah, I thought the rebates, I guess, waist unit with the pistons and stuff was a bit too thin, so I actually used the side skirts of the front skirts of the rebake as like these armor panels on the side, which I think turned out to be pretty interesting, and you can still see the pistons, which is what I wanted, because those look really cool. I kept the central part of the Delta Plus. Well, I kept it from the Delta Plus because I still wanted this to look as Delta Plus as possible. So yeah, and because I didn't actually fully glue this in, this part opens up as a sort of, I guess, cockpit opening gimmick. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I didn't glue this part in because, well, maybe I was lazy, or yeah, I mean, it stays on there if you don't touch it a lot. So, speaking of which, the front skirts, I tried to model them after the Sinanju Stein's front skirts. I built them entirely out of styrene sheets, and I think they look quite alright. I also added a bit of detail to the crotch unit, and yeah, it looks alright. So the side skirts now, I added these fin bits right here. I didn't really like the original side skirts with the that piece of plastic sticking out. I thought that looked a bit weird, so I changed that up. For the feet, or the legs, I did a bit of articulation modification to this. So before, the Delta Plus, it could only, or this bit right here moved with the leg like this. But after some modification and fiddling around with it, I managed to make some armor separation, which I thought was kind of cool. So yeah. And, well, this bit back here moves up and down, this little fin. Also added a bit of detail to the foot, right around here. Did some tick marks and stuff. So yeah, you'll notice right here there's a cutout right there that is not present on this side, and that is interesting because inside of this panel right here, inside there's a lot of hatch opening details in there, such as like wires, sort of engine stuff in there. You can't actually see that because while I was putting the whole kit back together, I snapped the piston part that holds it all together. And yeah, so that part doesn't really open anymore. Hopefully I'll figure out one day how to open it, maybe, if I ever intend on working on this kit again. Shoulder armor, didn't do much to it. Added a little detail to this, make it a bit longer. The arms are mostly, well, I cut out about half of the Gushun's arm and stuck on the other half the Delta Plus's arm. So yeah, it gives it that Yakushiki crash look, which I thought is pretty cool. So onto the backpack, my favorite part. So the wings I extended them and added some details that make it look like they're functioning flaps. And this, I added this Earth Federation Space Force detail, striped some lines up there, added some details to the wings, or to the front of the wing binders to make them look better, I guess. This Playboy Bunny sticker, that's from the F-14 set that I bought, which also came with pretty cool details. The back unit, these arms are from the Grushon again, and they give the wings a bit of articulation that was not present on the original kit. So yeah, and these thrusters and the fuel tanks are from a Choda option parts set, and I think they look really nice. Also again, kind of reminiscent of the Senenju Stein. My favorite part is here. These wires going through this entire block section right here. These wires are from Poundland here in the UK, and these are from earbuds. So yeah, I just cut up earbuds, stuck them through these holes, and I think the effect of it looks really nice, and I will probably be using more of this in the future. I stuck the shield on the back as a sort of stabilizer thing, because I think it just looks silly on the arm. It doesn't really work as a shield. Yeah, there's a little beam cannon at the back if ever anyone comes up from behind, I guess. These parts here are really cool. They're chromed. Not by me though, by my friend. He does really cool stuff. And I think they turned out really nice. So, thanks Pete. So yeah. The decals that I used are from... I used the F-14 ones that I mentioned before. Oh crap. Also, there's a bit of detail in the back. Well, yeah, so as I was saying, the decals I used are from F-14 sets, and also from the Thunderbolt Gundam, Full Armor Thunderbolt Gundam Vertot. So, yeah, these stickers are actually 1/100 scale, but I think they look alright on this, they work. So yeah. Size comparison, next I guess. Here it is next to the Zeta Plus C1 from the Gundam Unicorn version. So yeah, it's quite a bit taller now. And you'll notice that it's missing this waist part right here, which I stuck on there. That is the only part that I used from the C1 on that. For paints, I used Stride Ray for the majority of the outer armor of it, and I mixed my Stride Ray with a bit of flat blue, to me a flat blue, and it gives the armor a bit of bluish gray tint, which I really like. It's kind of similar to the color of the Master Grade. For the inner frame, I used German gray, ever popular. And for the majority of for the rest of the blue parts that you see, I again used flat blue. I did go in with some gunmetal for some of the joints to make it look like they're, well, metal. For the gun, I didn't do much customization to that. I just extended the buttstock to make it look like it was collapsible, added a scope on there, and added this barrel. Well, not added, extended this barrel. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any comments or questions regarding this, please leave them in the comments below, I guess. This is my first YouTube video, so yeah, please be gentle with me. Not really used to all this stuff yet, but hopefully I will get better at this. I have some other projects lined up to do, if you guys want to see them. The first one I have is, or I have two that I'm planning to do right now. first one is this one. I'm going to be customizing Johnny Raiden's Zaku RG. The other one is the best kit of all time, the Cute Cube Woundwort. I will be doing interesting things to this, and it will be interesting. So maybe you can leave